Welcome to another installment on my journey to learn tuning. Today I'm going to work my way through a few of the Betaflight filter presets. So if you're following along, last time I left off loading on the very noisy preset with RPM filtering, and actually as I did that, I did notice part of the description there said something that it could be too much filtering, and if so, you could see wobbling. What that is, I don't know. I mean, hopefully that's descriptive enough to know when it happens. So I'm gonna try that one. Noisy preset said something like that as well. And then I'm gonna try also the normal preset, which is probably where I should have started. I guess I'll find out here after looking at the logs, but that one looks like the closest to the default settings on Betaflight filtering. So I'm going to go ahead and get a tuning flight in, but first I'm going to do like a 15-second flight just to check the temperature of the motors, make sure they're not hot, though it is 40 degrees out here, so hopefully I can still tell if they're hot or not, so that doesn't mess things up in the future. So let's get to it. Okay, so I've completed my tuning flights. I didn't notice any hot motors, anything going on there, any wobbling. I did see some yaw bounce back, but I think we'll address that later on when actually looking at the PIDs. So before I kind of dive into the Blackbox logs, I did make this up here, looking at the comparison of what the default very noisy, normal, clean, and very clean presets look like on Betaflight. So my default settings were close to the middle there. That very noisy is a lot more filtering, noisy is more, and like I mentioned, normal is actually the closest to the defaults. So it looks like it really only has gyro low pass 1 turned off, which I've heard is like the first thing you do when you have RPM filtering turned on, and probably a couple other little things I can see in there, but nothing major. I guess it's actually just this dynamic notch filter is different down there. So gonna go ahead and look at the logs. Here's my very noisy flight, and I'm just gonna pull everything up and look at it like before. It's all set up with noise plots and my flight in there and already trimmed out, so I don't see much difference in the gyro scale, which is the noise before the gyro, which is good. Filtering again does a good job with that. Pitch, same thing. Looks like the defaults, what I got on defaults, and that's all taken care of there. Yaw, same thing. Before and after filtering. So I definitely probably didn't need to do this step with the very noisy preset, and that's that 100 to 200 hertz on D-term. So looking at the noisy preset, hopefully this should look about the same. Gonna look at those noise plots again. So gyro scaled. This seems to have a little more noise here for some reason, but it's all, yep, it's all gone there after the filtering. Pitch, I did the same. That's filtered out. And yaw, all looking pretty much the same. So that's telling me at least that not much is changing between flights, which is good. That means the quad is the same mechanically, at least, and not providing more noise. So there was D term on pitch and roll. Pitch, roll. And things look good there. And the final one that I did today was the normal preset. So hopefully this looks the same because it's very close to defaults. So there's before filtering. After filtering, still looks good. I'm happy with that. Pitch before and after, it looks good again. Yaw. That one. I may have done less yaw movements on this one too, but everything looks good there. That's all coming through nice and fine. There's a little more, looks like a little more noise down there, but I think that's okay. Nothing to worry about. And D term 100, 200 hertz looks fine on roll, and then pitch looks fine there as well. So the next step for me, I guess, is I'm going to go ahead and try this clean version. And let me pull up Betaflight because I want to look at what they're telling me as a warning. Got RPM, D-shot, may cause motor overheating, so I'll check for that. Solid frames, motors with good bearings, and clean props. The clean props kind of concerns me because I don't always fly with clean props, but I'm going to pick it and try it anyways. I don't know if I'm going to try very clean. If I do, it'll be on this round. Maybe I'll try it and just to see. But again, it's telling me the same thing about overheating and perfectly balanced props. So that's probably not going to be me and my style of flying. But anyways, this is where we've ended up. So that's really pushing up the gyro filters, or I guess decreasing them. So looks like I've got another round of tuning flights to do. So I'll check these out and keep plugging away. All right, see you soon.